Hello everyone, it's yet another tutorial and today we are going to make this coat of many colors. Yeah, I call it coat of many colors because as you see it's coat of many colors and you can actually style it in three different ways on your neck, around, like when you are going to the beach, then you can use it as a peplum as well. So yeah, let's the tutorial. So to start with, I went ahead to cut a 360 circle flare. Then I folded it into two. I folded it again. I folded it over and over. When I fold it, I make sure I iron it so that it will lie flat because it's a paper. And because this is a basket design, that is why I was doing it on a paper. And aside this, I have another tutorial on how to sew a kimono basket dress, so you can check it out on this particular page. So yeah, I went ahead to iron my brown paper until I got the smallest size I was looking for. I iron it this way so that I'll be able to get the actual vertical lines I want my my straps. Yes, so that is that. And after I opened it up a bit to start drawing some lines, which later on served as my horizontal lines. So I did this so that it will be like as a guide for me when I open it up. And yeah, when I opened it up, it became more easier for me and the lines were more prominent for me to see and continue recreating until I got the full circle I was looking for. Yeah, sure. All this time I was trying to connect my lines to get the horizontal part of the circle. So at this point, if you have not liked my video, kindly like, share, and gives me a thumbs up. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe. Your girl needs it. So at this time, I was almost done. I opened it to get a more wider space so that I'll be able to mark more of the lines before I open it up completely. And guys, please, if you want to learn how to cut any other dress, you can just let me know and I'm going to do tutorial on that. So yeah, this was when I opened it up and I was trying to mark my vertical lines. So I was getting the vertical lines done. As you can see, I had a number of them, sorry, but at the end of the day I didn't sew on all of them. So this time I went ahead to connect all my horizontals. And for my horizontals, the interval for this was, I think, about 1 inch, 1 inch interval on the horizontal, and on the vertical it was 1.5. But as you know, flare, as it comes down it increases. So yeah, that is that. So I went ahead to connect all my vertical and horizontal lines. It was a lot of work, but it came out beautifully. And yeah, this was me. I was, since it was coat of many colors, I have this bag, I keep my pieces in it. So I went ahead to bring it out. So this time around I was sorting my fabric for the straps. So after I ironed all the fabric I chose to use it for this very project, I ironed them. I cut them 1 inch, no, 2 inch, 2 inches 2 inches wide, and the length was very long. And another thing too was, for this particular design, because it has the horizontal, which is flare, because the design is in flare, I didn't cut all the straps straight. Some I cut them on the bias, the ones I use it on the horizontal lines. I cut them on bias so that it will be more easier, and it made my work appear more neat at the end of the day, and I really love it. So if you are going for the circle basket design, kindly do well and cut them on buyer. So this time I had seen this dress that I cut like 3 years ago. I wasn't able to sew, so I took off the pins and I placed it somewhere. At the end of the day, I even added it to, yeah. So this was when I had finished with all the vertical lines. So I went ahead, after cutting my straps, I went ahead to sew all my vertical lines. Yeah. And this time I was almost done with my horizontals. It's a lot of work, guys. So on the for the vertical, I sewed only one side, okay. But for the horizontals, I went ahead to sew one side. Then after, I sew the other side so that it's my work will be secure, my work will be firm, and it was quite a lot of work, okay. But when you take your time and you do it, and you do it well, you see that the result you get will be very great. This work takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. It is not about who finished first, it is about how well your work look after everything. So just take your time and do it in your own pace till you get it right. It's not difficult at all, not at all. I had finished sewing all my horizontals and the verticals, and now I was about to cut my neck opening. Yeah, my neck opening. So I folded it and I cut it in 3.5 inches. But later on, I even realized that 3.5 inches was just too big. So I went ahead to run some gathers, like small, small gathers. I folded some on each other, okay. So kindly use 3 inches or even 2.75 to be safe, so that you wouldn't have to go through the stress I went through to get the right neckline. When I cut it beginning, I thought it was small. That's why I went ahead to cut like half an inch, but it turned out that it became too big that I had to gather some. Please, yeah. So this time I was done, and I opened it up to cut my back opening. There was an opening at the back, so after, I went ahead to cut the back opening. So if you look at the video very well, you see that there are some rough edges over here. That was where I went to mark, and I cut my back opening so that the client will be able to wear it easily, and it will turn out beautiful. And it's kind of stylish, because if you have this opening, you can turn it in front, aside, where, however, whichever way you would like to style it. Yeah, so it is very good to have an open for your circle basket cape. Yeah, so I went ahead to cut some of the fabric to knitting it, some of the strap, sorry, to knitting it up, so that the work will appear neat. And mind you, all this time the papers were still in it. Yes, it was still on the brown paper, and my brown paper didn't suffer much because it is hard. So I went ahead to stitch the back opening, to knitting the back opening, sorry, and to knitting the neck, and this was done hula. So can you see it's appearing neat and nice? And at this point I was already feeling myself. I was like, this coat of many colors is indeed coat of many colors. It's so colorful, and yeah, you can actually use it to wear a lot of plain. So it was time to remove the papers. Charlie, this is a lot of work. Okay, this is a lot of work. At a point, yeah, my housemates have to help me take off the papers. I went ahead to add a little, sprinkle a little water on it so that it will be easier for me to remove it. But please don't wet it. Okay, don't wet it. Just sprinkle some small amount of water on it so that it will be easier for you to take off the papers. It's quite a lot of work, but yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. It also comes with the work, and at the end of the day it will come out very beautiful. Yeah, trust me on that. I'm on the top and I keep on winning. Yeah. Higher we go, highest we. So this time around I had finished picking out the papers. I was done with everything, and it was time for packaging and delivery. How did it go? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Kindly give me a thumbs up, a like, a share, and please subscribe. And if you have any other thing you want me to do tutorial on, just let me know.